So we're going to go back to our red cookie that's been flooded and it's been sitting for a while to get dry on the outside. So now we're gonna do some designs on this cookie. There are so many different designs you can do, but basically we're aiming for some kind of a lacy look or geometric shapes that kind of continue from one point to another point and look really pretty. You can write the word love in cursive. You could do a lot of different things. You could just pipe dots all the way around. You could pipe curls around the outer edge, kind of like ruffles. There's a lot of different things that you can do. I think it's up to you what you like and what your artistic desires are with the cookie. There's lots of different pretty ways to do it. So I'll show you a simple one first, since this is the first class I'm doing with you all, so you can see just some simple ideas. And basically, what we're going to be doing is just drawing straight lines across, but at an angle. So we'll anchor our frosting, and then we'll create kind of a diagonal line from one side to the next. And then we'll do that over here too. Anchor it, diagonal line. Do the same thing on the other side, anchoring it. Oopsies. Just keep going. And then what we're going to do is go back at a 90-degree angle over it. If your icing keeps breaking like mine does, you can just go back and fix it and slow down a little, because that is typically what is creating that. And then you can fix it with your skewer. Just blend it in a little bit. And can't tell very much. And then we'll go, so we're gonna go back the other direction. Remember to anchor your icing each time. Lift, and you'll get that nice straight line. But if you don't lift, it'll get wiggly. So we're just pulling it. You can take more time than I am, and you can make it nicer than I am as well. And if you don't like something about it, scrape it off. You can fix it. Just be gentle that you don't go through the other frosting layer, because it is still setting up. I'm going to keep this going down the side here. Okay, so this is just kind of a pattern you can do, and then what we can do on this side is create kind of ruffles, and staying kind of closer to the cookie, we create ruffles all the way along the edges, and we can connect the dots here if we want, or make it a different size if you prefer. Whatever it is that you like. Playing around with it is part of the fun. And again, if you don't like something, you can take it off. If it's kind of too far past that point, you can start over on another cookie. There's a lot of options. Beadwork is really fun to do, where you're piping little beads. You can do a lot with little beads all the way around the cookie. Looks really pretty. So you could also put some beading in through the lace work that you're kind of doing here. So it could kind of look like this, for example. And then you could skip, and it could make a pattern like this. For your beads. Sorry, don't want to get in the way of the camera. You can do a lot of intricate details where you can actually make your cookie look a lot like lace. And that's a really fun look. Looks very Victorian. Okay, so there's one example of what your cookie could look like. You could also take the cookie and do something different with it too. You could start at one of the edges and kind of build outward with more shapes that are kind of more geometric looking. So when I do these, I start with kind of a round semicircle, and then you can just start filling it in with like dots. You can, the next layer over could be like another with lines, straight lines going in. And then you can go to the next layer outside of that. You can start like another semicircle. And then yet another one. And you could connect those two with, say, triangles or something like that. Or you could just put dots all the way through. I think I'll do triangles. So just anchor each time. And then you could either leave this space clear or you could put dots through it. And then we can go down. I'm not sure how far I want to go. And you get to choose how far you want to go with it. But at some point, we stop and we can start to kind of do some pendant type of things at that point. So I think I'll do a couple lines. My lines are getting less and less circular. It's late. And then I'm just going to do some dots here. You can always, again, you can always fix these lines. You can always make them look much more perfect. Use your skewer, kind of fix things, but in the interest of time, I'm just going to keep going. And then when you're ready, you can start to do some different kind of beading work where you kind of pull down a larger looking bead into smaller beads like this. That always looks nice. Fixing any of the beads that have kind of coming up a little bit. Okay, so those are just some ideas. You can also fill in more on the inside here. You can make things look a little bit more full and complete, or if you just like it the way that it is, you can do that. Or if you have inspiration given to you from something, use it. Whatever inspires you. It's really fun to do this kind of look on the cookie, and it takes a while to get it just the way that you want to.